on 2020 Wednesday.
Now, with more complete coverage from across Southern Nevada and where you live, this is News 13 inside Las Vegas, live at 11.
I think it's great, so we're excited to be in Vegas, and will give us an excuse to come here more often.
Yeah.
The red carpet, Hollywood bigwigs, and fireworks, all to celebrate the grand opening of the Valley's newest resort. We'll have the opening in just a moment, but first we have some breaking news.
Homicide detectives are on the scene of a shooting involving a Metro officer. They say it's routine to be called out to any shooting that involves an officer. It happened on the southwest side at about 8:30 tonight on Birchview. That's near Spring Mountain and Rainbow. Cops say the woman was holding a knife to herself, but then she started threatening officers with the knife. That's when they shot her. She was taken to UMC and is in critical condition right now. We have a crew on the way, and we'll bring you any new developments as we get them.
New tonight, a spectacular celebration underway for the Green Valley Ranch Station Casino.
That's right. It's the newest mega resort. It's not on Las Vegas Boulevard, but it's in Henderson. It opened to the public just over an hour ago, so let's go right out to Christine Connolly, who was on the red carpet for the celebrity arrivals. Christine, how's the party so far?
Well, it's been a crazy night all night, and you can tell this place is crammed with people right now. It just opened an hour and a half ago, but folks are excited about this new casino. They're here to do a little stargazing and, of course, play some of the slots. Lights, camera, action. It was the type of stargazing you'd expect to see at the opening of a strip casino. But the Green Valley Ranch Resort is 7 miles away from Las Vegas Boulevard.
It is very unusual. I mean, I thought they were kidding me when they said it was 20 miles away from the airport. But, you know, the view of the strip from here, and I don't know. I've heard nothing but great things about it, so I'm excited to check it out.
Most of the headliners came because of the owner of one of the casino's bars.
We love Cindi and Randy, and you know, he's opening this club tonight, so we just really wanted to come and be supportive. You know, our kids all play together, so that was really the deal.
The Whiskey Sky Bar is owned by Cindi Crawford's husband, Randy Gerber. Here's our first sneak peek inside. It's just past these 2,000-pound doors. The Whiskey Bar has a James Bond type of feel. There's even a mink bed for guests to kick back on.
I just think it was a really exciting project for Randy to work on because it was Vegas. There was like permission to kind of push the envelope a little bit further, and that's been fun for him to work on, and I think it's great.
No matter what your opinion, the bottom line, this isn't your average station casino, and it certainly opened with a bang. The fireworks show was touted as one of the largest Nevada has ever seen. That's, of course, it's for an opening of a hotel casino. Now, we're told at 2:15 it's still backed up. So many people want to come out here and see this casino tonight. So we're told they even had to close the doors for a little bit. So you right now can expect that there'll be a large crowd if you come out here. Reporting live, I'm Christine Connolly, News 13 inside Las Vegas.
All right, and some other cool features of the resort, the Whiskey Beach. It's the pool area, complete with sand and a waterfall, which you see right there. Now, if you feel like getting away from the home for a night, here's a look at the resort's guest rooms. Filled with luxury items such as a down comforter, high-speed internet access, a safe, and of course, the old minibar. Well, here are some other features of the 450,000 square foot property. The Green Valley Ranch Resort includes 201 guest rooms plus 45 suites. While resting in the rooms, you can enjoy 24-hour room service. The casino features 2,500 slot and video poker machines. And as far as the food goes, you can take your pick of 6 full-service restaurants.
New information tonight about what's expected from your child's school. A bill passed today by the U.S. Senate says that schools will now be held accountable for student performance. Public schools will be required to test every student in grades 3 through 8 in reading and math. Schools with persistently low scores would have to give some of their federal aid to students for tutoring or transportation to another school. President Bush is expected to sign the bill later this week.
The hunt for Osama bin Laden has gone from the mountains into the caves. U.S. forces are searching caves and hideouts, looking for bin Laden, Taliban leader Mullah Omar, and for clues. Military officials say troops have narrowed down the areas where senior Taliban and al-Qaeda members may be hiding. This new phase of the war focuses on fewer bombing runs and more on territorial gains. The lawyer for John Walker, the American caught among the Taliban, is demanding access to his client. Walker is currently being held on board a U.S. military ship in the Arabian Sea. So far, there's no indication whether or when Walker will be handed over to civilian authorities. A decision is expected soon.
U.S. military troops in Afghanistan are getting a very special visit from 6 real-life heroes. They're New York City firefighters and police officers. ABC's Jim Dolan has more on their upcoming journey.
We lost you. Firefighters and police officers shook hands tonight as they prepared for their trip to the war zone. They have a message they want to deliver to the troops over there.
That we're all proud of them. Thank you. It's an honor to be in their presence. I'm privileged to even, have the opportunity to go and thank them in person.
As they pack their bags for the trip tonight, 90,000 pounds of relief supplies is being readied for the Afghan people. They will deliver that. That is being donated by trip sponsor Guinness.
One of the things that it will show is how big America is in its heart.
But the men who are going, the men from New York's emergency services, want to see the soldiers. Detective Thomas McDonald is a former Marine.
Since we are unable as police officers to get the justice that we want, for them to do it for us, it means a lot.
McDonald will put a human face on September 11th when he talks to the Marines over there. He's going to tell them, for example, about Sergeant Mike Curtin, a former sergeant major in the Marines who was killed that day trying to rescue others.
He was a hero to me. I was a Navy corpsman with the Marines for 4 years. I was in Desert Storm, so to serve with a man who was a sergeant major in Marines meant a great deal to me. And, he was the man for the title. He was a great man, great leader.
And new tonight, an announcement from President Bush. September 11th has been proclaimed as Patriot Day. That means flags will be lowered to half-staff every 9/11 to honor those who lost their lives.
As if New York firefighters didn't have enough to deal with lately, today a fire heavily damaged the Cathedral of St. John the Divine in the heart of Manhattan. As many as 200 firefighters worked to contain the blaze, which broke out early this morning. Investigators say it appears the fire broke out in the gift shop. The Episcopal Church has been under construction for more than a century. Most of the damage was contained to the gift shop area. New at 11, the crash of Flight 587 in Queens, New York last month. Investigators say a pre-flight check of the American Airlines jet revealed 2 components that help pilots control the aircraft didn't work. The maintenance log shows the problem was corrected after a mechanic reset the computers controlling those components. The plane crashed into the Queens neighborhood shortly after taking off from JFK Airport. 260 people were killed.
Thousands of Capitol Hill and postal workers will get extensions on their prescriptions for the anthrax antibiotics. Federal health officials announced the extra 40-day treatment for those who wanted it, along with an optional experimental anthrax vaccine. The workers who've already been prescribed a 2-month-long treatment because of possible exposure are eligible for this. Now, some studies have suggested in rare cases anthrax spores may linger after 60 days. Also, from the health team tonight, children in western states apparently are more susceptible to hepatitis. That's according to a new study. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention believes outbreaks of hepatitis A could be prevented if youngsters are routinely vaccinated. And Nevada is one of the states recommended for regular treatment. Hepatitis A is an inflammation of the liver that causes flu-like symptoms and jaundice.
New information about the murder case of Margaret Rudin. Recently unsealed court documents reveal the convicted murderer turned down a deal to spend 5 years in prison for the crime. Rudin was convicted this past May in the 1994 killing of her millionaire husband, Ron. Margaret Rudin is currently serving a 20-to-life sentence. If you were traveling Interstate 15 during rush hour today, then you know what a mess it was. According to the NHP, a pickup truck was trying to pass a semi when it clipped it, causing the semi to jackknife. 2 other cars were also involved in the accident. Traffic was down to 1 lane for a while until the accident was cleared.
A real mess out there, and a new traffic study has Las Vegas ranked in the top 10. But that is not good news for Valley residents. A study by a group called the Road Information Program found Las Vegas has an auto death rate of 15.4 people per 100,000. That makes it the 5th metro area in the country for fatal crashes. Law enforcement agencies say many deadly accidents could be prevented. Often people drive carelessly, and more importantly, they're not wearing their seat belts. Researchers behind this study find unsafe roads are also partly to blame. A Clark County jury has awarded a robbery